So yeah, thought I'd do another video because something on my mind really since like yesterday. It's something on my mind in general, which just switches on and off really. But I think one of the cruelest and harshest curses of having Asperger's is that more than likely you're gonna live a isolated existence, and anyone that does have an isolated existence who suffers with Asperger's or have some level of social isolation should know that it's very brutal. It's very tough. Where we live in a world where people just don't get you, and and it feels like just for being yourself just doesn't feel good enough. Where just for being yourself, you're just going to get mocked, made fun of, or you're going to put people off. And some people might know who's ever come across my videos that I've started taking acting classes within the last, don't know, 6 months or so, as it's something that I'm interested in. It's something I might want to pursue. And I guess, like, when it comes to acting and taking these acting classes, might just be in my head, but I feel like maybe I'm learning about myself because acting it's a very social art form. It's a social craft where you have to have certain social cues to be a capable actor, I guess. Whereas I think a lot, like one of my current acting teachers has pointed out that I struggle with eye contact. That I'm just terrible at eye contact. So I've learned, do you know what, eye contact is a weakness of mine, and something I've not really thought much of, but I've probably been aware of it because of having Asperger's and that. As it's kind of basic sort of knowledge of Asperger's, like eye contact, social cues, understanding things like sarcasm and all that, even though I think I'm not so bad when it comes to sarcasm and all that. But and it's a disability where you can do stupid things. You do stupid actions sometimes that put people off. It makes people cringe. Like, I know I've done it in the past where I've done stupid, questionable things that put people off and just a bit weird. Like in my acting class, I think I fall into the trap of being an overactor sometimes, where I like playing weirdos, I like playing weird characters, but I think some of my peers on that class, and including my acting tutor, just don't get it. They just find it cringe. As I don't know, I probably take inspiration from people like Willem Dafoe, Johnny Depp. Sometimes you could even include people like Gary Oldman as an overactor, even though he doesn't always do it. But I seem to fall into that trap, and maybe it's something I could learn and, get that bad habit out of me. But I guess, so like for example, yesterday I kind of part of I made a decision to do with acting that was a bit over the top, where I ended up kicking a chair and it was a bit too loud. But I don't know if that got me into trouble a little bit and made people cringe where I went a bit over the top, which is just I tried one decision to do with acting and it probably didn't really work out. But yeah, I think that's going off topic a bit. But I think that's an example of, don't know, Aspergers and just being over the top, making decisions that are just fucking cringe and just it puts people off. And I left that acting class feeling like shit, to be honest. No questioning my social abilities, if you know what I mean, because I think it kind of mirrors why I'm a social outcast. But I don't know, places like Manchester's just not my sort of place. It just tires me out, burns me out. Like, so I left feeling quite isolated. No people with the eye contact comments, and so one girl brought up, "Can I ask you a question, Ben? Do you have autism?" And fair enough, it's a fair question to ask and all that, but it's one of them where, you know, it puts you on the spot. It's something I want to avoid, you know. Asperger's is something I try to keep to myself, but I don't know if I'm always capable of doing that, if you know what I mean. And I guess like when you like asked her what makes you think that, and she mentioned eye contact. I don't know if it's more than that. No, like with that decision, that acting decision of overacting, kicking a chair, punching the wall, and all that. But I don't know if that's contributed to it as well. No, I just creeps her out. I don't know. I guess it seems to be a habit of people that do have Asperger's and autism where they creep people out, especially when you're male and you've got Asperger's. You're usually seen as creepy and it puts people off at the end of the day, usually. And it's just something that lingers around your head, like, oh, try not to be a weirdo, try not to be creepy. And it's like, as someone with Asperger's, you just can't fucking help it. So you do live that isolated existence like it's just a curse. I don't know if I can speak for everyone on that, because everyone with Asperger's is different, but it just seems to be, probably, in my opinion, the biggest curse. Going to social events, going to social groups, I don't know, I just don't seem to know what I'm doing there. Like, I just hide in a corner, usually. Don't know if how bad my social skills are. Like, I just can't tell, because I don't think we're living in good times exactly for socialising and stuff, with the rise of social media and TikTok and the way people keep to themselves, the rise of things like multiculturalism, where, I don't know, people just are different. But that's a topic for another video, my thoughts on that. And so I don't know, I just don't think the way the world is, that it's not exactly a good time for socialising. I think the world's gone to shit. I think a lot of things work against us, and I could make a video on the way the government is and government control and all that. But that's going off topic a bit. And at the end of the day, I think it gets you depressed. It makes you, like yesterday, and probably plenty of other experiences and examples, like uni, college. It makes you not want to engage with society. It makes you not want to engage with the world, where you might as well. What is the fucking point when you just don't fit into society? You might as well just isolate in your bedroom and go to sleep, where I'd probably rather be asleep sometimes, or dare to say unalived sometimes. Like, it can get that fucking bad. It's like when you just can't seem to fit into society. Society just doesn't get you. Like, you just don't want to engage with it. And I think that's signs of depression, probably. Like, that's how I fucking felt. Maybe this acting class is just not for me, because I think they're a bit left-tardy. They're left wing, where it's probably a bit like, oh, pick on the straight white boy that looks like he's on the spectrum. Like, I guess that's what it's all about with them, probably. Could be wrong, but I would say it's worth speculating on, I guess. But I don't know, and another comment is that one of my actions, he said I looked depressed, and I mentioned, oh, that's probably just how I normally sit. So that's probably saying he says I look depressed. He's pointed out that I look depressed, and it probably just sums me up that I'm fucking depressed. I'm probably dead inside, you know what I mean? I just feel lifeless, and just life is just fucking sucked for any life and soul or energy out of me. Like, university was the same. Like, socialising at university didn't work out, and maybe it just mirrors the way I am, with my capabilities. But I don't know, that fucking environment at university, in my opinion, is just fucking ruthless. Where I just don't think, in a lot of ways, I don't know, it's probably just designed for big, massive egos, you know what I mean? And plenty of other stuff I've probably forgotten to mention. And I don't know, this is just a harsh, cruel reality of this world, I think. Like, maybe I need to question my capabilities of actually engaging and socialising, because I guess maybe it just falls flat on its fucking face. Where I just don't know how to. I know where you just get confused with the world, you're confused with your capabilities, you question your capabilities. And just rinse and repeat every experience since leaving high school, or towards the end of high school. It's just social life has just fucking failed, basically. Getting a love life's fucking failed, because I probably just don't know how to. You know what I mean? I just don't know what I'm doing when it comes to that, unfortunately, because my brain's not wired that way. It's probably not wired in the normal way. Where people arguably say if you got Aspergers, your brain's broken, and I agree with that, I think 100%, as it's a disorder, it's a condition. That's why the curses overshadows the positives, because you do have a broken brain. When you got Asperger's, you're just broken. I think I'm going to wrap this video up soon anyway. May talk more on this at some point, but yeah, catch you in another video. Goodbye.